All right. So what do we have here? We have a
1999 Ford Ranger EV, factory original, except with an upgraded 100 amp hour lithium iron phosphate battery pack.
outstanding.
So up to 100 miles of range.
How many of these things escaped?
Up 384 is the best estimate.
They got into private hands?
Yeah.
You know, total production?
1,500.
Not bad, not bad.
Yeah.
Were you gonna show under the hood?
Original charging inlet there.
Original charging inlet, but originally was an Avcon?
Correct.
Yes. Converted to J1772, like all the new kids use?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who wants to use an Avcon? Those are for airplanes, man.
So the original battery charger occupied this entire space, a streamlined aluminum box like the heater and the DC-DC converter. That's the heater and that's the DC-DC converter. So it's a little 3.3 kilowatt Elcon charger there now.
Man. Get the job done.
Yeah. Boom.
Awesome sauce.
You don't want to drive it? Why don't you drive it? I can hold the camera.
Okay.
Boom.
Boom.
All right. Now, tomorrow's visitor will be wiggling wires with me. Because I have about a 50% success rate on connecting to the CAN bus.
Lights.
OBD torque. Yeah.
Right side twists.
Uh-huh.
Ooh.
Isn't that nice?
That's Android, the torque app.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll be damned.
Yeah.
So that head unit just natively run Android?
Yes.
Well, that is a kick-ass trick.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is there anything else?
Lost connection. Okay, yeah. So it failed to connect, and that is happening frequently. There's a bad.
Is it a wired OBD2?
It's wired. Bluetooth was exceptionally unreliable.
I would imagine.
So he switched to a wired CAN connection, and a week after it was built, mine developed this glitch. I'm going to be wiggling wires tomorrow to try to find the bad splice.
Okay. Does power cycling help at all? Or?
Possibly. Yeah.
Hey, and we're gonna work. All the way, you twist all the way to start?
Yep. And there's a little lever there that says on and off.
Oh, okay.
Let's get us some heat. Connecting. No, it always says that. No, not going to happen this drive.
All right.
Or not tomorrow.
Otherwise, we would get state of charge, amps, low cell, high cell.
Yep.
So if you're your delta, this is also your delta.
Pack voltage.
Oh, okay, pack voltage.
PV, I always think solar.
Right. Okay. This is reverse mechanical.
Yeah, and the shift indicator is misaligned.
It's off by one.
Yeah.
Where's your backup camera, man?
You don't need no stinking backup camera.
What?
It's a narrow trip.
Okay. So one is neutral.
And then, yeah.
2 is drive.
Yeah, drive, and you got one more in eco. You won't.
Eco? What does eco do for us?
It slows down the ramp rate of acceleration, and it gives you more aggressive regen. But even still, back in this day, they just were afraid of regen.
Yeah. So it's really soft.
Really soft, and because the lithium pack is much stiffer than the original packs, you don't notice any appreciable regen until you're deep into a discharge.
Okay.
And the pack voltage
doesn't
falls.
run as a one pedal?
Never. Never would. Never would.
I don't know where I'm going, so.
And the shutter in the power steering is air that's still being purged out of the system from a rebuild.
Okay.
This truck, was a California fleet vehicle. And then it was sold by the green car company that was in Kirkland 15 years ago to a greenhouse operation in Marysville. And it got bricked one time too many, irrecoverably. And so they sent it to M&M Electric, which also owns the...
Did I do that?
Yeah. Oh no, that's a glitch. I can't get it to stop on the lowest intermittent level. In Bellingham, and they tried to force charge the pack with a Manzanita microcharger. And in the process, they cooked components, apparently. This is our theory. But fuses, they're lucky they didn't destroy their Manzanita charger, because fuses in the high voltage junction box were popped. The power steering pump was a dead short to ground, and there was high voltage isolation loss inside the inverter. Kind of odd for all that to happen at once. And Lanny said that happens if you exceed the maximum voltage specs, which is like only 330 volts, I want to say. This one runs 274. But yeah, don't be afraid of stomping it. Especially in a corner, when you go around the corner.
Around the corner?
Yeah, we can take the same route we did last time, right here and then up the hill.
Wasn't being quiet. Good attention to that.
That is a damper in the HVAC that's not quite finding home.
It's kind of rhythmic, though.
Say it stops. Since it's such a small space in the cab, it heats up quickly.
Yeah.
Defrosts really fast, because this is a PTC element air heater rather than a water heater.
Yeah. How many kilowatts is the heating element? Do you know?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I would assume 3 or 5, but just confident it's more than a 1400 watt under the desk secretary heater.
Probably, yeah. Is there distance to empty gauge?
Landing's not
Functional?
not really. It's
Approximate-ish?
hopefully it will be once we get down to 60 miles of range or less.
Right, okay.
It's just pegged at the moment.
Yeah, because the new pack is so much larger, so stay up at a higher voltage for substantially longer.
Yeah, and I don't know how it
Does
is.
the calculation?
Yeah. The fuel gauge is inaccurate because it's voltage related. They're going to turn right. Looks like you got some regen there. The econ needle usually stays buried in the red, and it went up to neutral when you left off. I've got some harmonics in the tires at 40 miles an hour. I think I need to get them rebalanced. I bought these tires new in 2018 as the final step in reviving the Ranger I did at Sumner High School Auto Shop. And prior to going on this truck last week, they'd only done a few test drives of, 10 miles or less.
Yeah. Are we still climbing?
Yep. see up there.
This is the crest right up there.
That's the crest up there.
So the econ gauge is supposed to be your power regen?
Yeah.
Okay.
The plus, it's just a...
Amps in and out?
Exactly. Yeah, these tires are annoying me.
This thing isn't telling me what the speed limit is.
Gotta look at the signs.
Should I have a gauge indication of regen?
Yeah, it's not though, and this would tell us.
Yeah. Is it pack full?
What's he warning us about?
What is he warning us about?
Oh, the right side headlight is pointed very far up.
Or that.
That's just it's a very impatient car behind us, but we're only doing 40 miles an hour. No wonder.
What's the speed limit?
Like 50 is normal practice.
Sorry. Is this our turnaround?
Yeah, let's take it. 50 is the limit, I believe, and normal practice is, 60.
So much more than that?
Yeah. Got it. It's taking longer to purge the air than I expected.
Power steering? Yeah.
Put maybe 200 miles on it so far. Oh, gotta be maybe 100. Yeah, because of this glitch, I skipped the one long-range trip I was gonna do.
Yeah. It's kind of a little nerve-wracking without some instrumentation. Trucks use right lane. Hey, that's us. We're trucks.
I was gonna do an 80-mile trip with plenty of charging opportunities, but without the gauging, said no.
Yeah.
So I've just done a bunch of 21 out and back commutes. Well, my commute's 21 miles one way.
Was it full when we left?
Yeah.
The house? Okay. So that could explain no regen,
Yeah.
being high on the voltage and it doesn't want to dump anything.
Right.
Because the motor controllers are all stock.
Yep.
And the replacement battery pack is matched as close as you can get it.
It's actually on the high side.
On the high side. Though.
Yeah.
Okay.
You get more regen. We've built these either with 104 cell packs or 108 cell packs. And the 108s don't give you much regen until they're really deep into the discharge curve.
Yeah. So this is a 108?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah. That would explain the lack of regens.
My ultimate build on one of these trucks would be the 230 amp hour cells, which are now so much smaller they can fit inside. But I'm inclined to go with a 230 amp hour 104 cell pack to have some usable regen right off the bat.
Yeah.
And it's quite a squeeze to get the 108 cells of the 230 amp hour in there. But
Man, I can use regen right now.
and pop down into eco. See if you feel any. Not really. Yeah, our turn,
Maybe a smidge.
our left turn is coming up. There it
The
is.
light?
Right
Oh,
here.
right. Yeah, the gauge is not indicating regen.
much quieter gear whine.
What's that?
The gear whine, you could hear it in the turn a little bit more than on the straightaway. But
In this?
yeah,
Oh.
you probably didn't notice it at all. Yeah, I heard it louder in the turn. Pay attention at the next left turn. If you stomp it, you
Yeah.
the differential working.
Yeah. I mean, I guess. Yeah. Makes sense. I mean, it's like in the Bolt, the front wheel drive has like a differential, like torque lock, right? When you power out of corners, it would like lock the differential. And
Okay.
have an odd, right? And give you like torque steer, right? You know, you really have to fight it.
Yep.
To keep it going where you want. But yeah, it's completely different rear-wheel drive, right?
I haven't driven a Bolt enough to experience that. The torque steer was really bad in the Ford Focus Electric.
Front-wheel drive.
Front wheel drive
Yeah.
EV. Torque monster, but no control of it. Most people would probably think the IME is the most likely of the early cars to disappear, but I think the Ford Focus is more likely to, because the battery packs are unaffordable from Ford, and they're much harder to rebuild. There's the IME has 88 prismatic cells in there, and there's already major rebuild and upgrade activity going on.
Yeah. Not as much community support happening on the Focus side.
I don't spend time on their forums. I've just glanced at it a couple times, and it doesn't seem as... A lot of people are dropping off, buying new cars.
Yeah, those wimps. Buying it instead of building it.
But they've sold a bunch of the iMEV upgrades in Australia, where it was originated, and so they go from a depreciated 16 kilowatt hour pack to a brand new 30 kilowatt hour pack.
Oh yeah.
That's better than 150 miles in that car.
Yeah. What was the original range?
62 was the rating, but Mitsubishi hid 20% of the initial capacity in the Turtle, and
Good way to do it.
so you could go 81 plus miles in the original before hitting lower limits. So like my car was still given 62 miles in temperate weather all the way to 80% state of health, but I was still commuting. Left-hand turn was there. Oh, we can still make it. Yeah. But I was still putting 49 miles a day on the car. And when that was 100% discharge, and sometimes not I usually charge midday, but every once in a while I couldn't. And that drove the capacity off the cliff. It went from 80 to 76 to 74 real fast. I think I pulled it at 67.
Doing deep cycles?
Yeah. Okay, sir.
All right.
Thank you.
What was winding down there?
Oh, the coolant pump but the power steering pump is always turning. It's on a VFD. It speeds up and slows down, but it's still turning enough to keep the pressure relief valve open right now, because they just electrified the original rack.
That's right.